Oh nah, oh nah, oh nah 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 nah, oh nah, oh nah, oh nah.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in with me today. This video is a spending update for April. And like my last video that I put up, I was telling you that I am so behind on everything, and yeah, this one is no different. So, as you know, with my spending tracking, it's just something that I started when I started this journey, just to track where I'm spending. I do budget my all my expenses, my income, and whatnot, but I do not cash stuff bills. I only cash stuff variable expenses. So I do it all in my budgeting book, as I've shown you before. Um, I do it in my budgeting book, and then I do write down weekly what I spend, and then once I've done all of that, I transfer it over in onto my monthly spending tracker with the categories. So I've sort of been changing it as I've gone along, and now I'm also making sure that when I track it on my spending tracker, that I include what envelopes the expense should come out of, because then at the same time I'll just do an unstuffing. So that's what this video is going to be. It's just going to be a quick review of what categories I spent in, and then I am going to unstuff from the categories that I have. So groceries, and as just myself, like with everybody else, groceries are very, very expensive. But I was very surprised that in April I was able to stay under my new budget of 700. When did I change that to 700? Let me just take a quick look here. It was 700 last month. So in February it was $550. I spent $733. In January it was $450. I don't know where I was going with that. I spent $638. So I've been adjusting for groceries. So my first 700 budget was in March, I guess, when it became evident that it was just never going to be less than that. So with that adjustment of the groceries budget, I have come in with 97 cents to spare. Gas, $70. I spent nothing on gas. I had filled up the month before, and as I've told you before, I work from home. And really, I get my groceries delivered. I go very minimal places, but I know this is going to change. Now the weather is changing. There are more activities and more places that, of course, gas will be required. Eating out is something I never had a budget for. I've always been sort of slapping myself on the wrist for that. I this month decided to give myself $100 budget for it. Again, I blew that budget and by $103. Then I had some unexpected things come up. I had to pay $161 parking fine from my son's car. So $161. Then there were gifts that came up, a baby shower, $75, $74.56 was spent on that. So all of these are putting me in a negative. And then my glasses. I did my glasses, my eyes checked and my glasses changed in April, and I didn't expect to spend any money. Like, really, I had gone in and I was just going to use my old frames because I love those frames, and I hardly use them because I couldn't get used to the lenses they had put in there. There were some specialized lenses, and I couldn't get used to them, so I hardly used those glasses. So I was really just going in and I was saying, I'm going to use my same frames. They'll just update my lenses and put it in my same old frames that I had hardly used since the last time. So I expected everything to be covered because, of course, insurance will cover that. Well, of course, they had to go and talk me into other stuff. So I ended up getting reading glasses, which I and I saw, it's not like I didn't see the difference. I saw a very slight difference when I put on the reading glasses. So she talked me into reading glasses. Is like, oh, all you have to do is pay for the frames. The lenses are covered, and your lenses for your other one are covered, and all we'll need to do is we'll just only charge you for the frames. So after everything was put on and insurance took whatever part, I still had to pay $249. Sucker. So yeah, unexpected. All of those were unexpected. So within my cash envelopes and sinking funds, household expenses, I spent $11.83. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now with you on, because I should have done this before I started the video, but shouldn't take long. I'm gonna go ahead and update what I have in those envelopes. So here in the budgets column, normally what I'll put is what the balance I have in that envelope so that I can see whether it's being covered or not. Car maintenance, I had my oil changed, filters changed, whatever point inspection that they do for spring. I had that done. So that came to $166. So I'm going to be in a negative there. Self-care. My self-care envelope has $35, so I spent $17.18 in self-care, so we're good there. Wellness, I spent $34. My wellness envelope has $35, right on. And then miscellaneous, that is my bank fees that I always just sort of throw in. Miscellaneous comes out of my account, and guess what? Miscellaneous has $15. So this would be I'm back. So I've went ahead and totaled all of these up, which I probably should have done before I started. What I've gone ahead and done was add in the amounts that I have in my envelopes, just so we can see how this all fares out. So keeping in line with my my regular personal cash envelopes, and categories, budgeted categories, I have a total of $11.05 spent, budgeted. That, and the budgeted, under the budgeted column here is the amount that are in my cash envelopes and sinking funds. So that totals $11.05. I spent a total of $16.34, which brings me into the negative $529.17. So down to business expenses, here's what I have in my envelopes. Here is what I spent. So spent $62 on equipment, $66 on supplies, $72.85 in subscription and fees. So I have $160 in those envelopes, spent $201. I'm negative a total of $41. So overall, with both categories, a total of $1,265 was budgeted. Let's see if you're seeing the bottom here. I might be talking away, you guys aren't seeing. So a total of $1,265 was budgeted, and adding both categories, a total of $1,835 was spent. So overall, with both, I am negative $570. So What I like to do is when I do these is to go back and look at how, because the purpose of this is to get better at spending, right? So I like to go back and see how I fared out the previous month. So last month in March, I did add in my business categories also for the first time, and my I ended with $391 over, so negative. So I did fare out better last month. What I think I took a hit with, well, in March, I should say, I fared out better with only a negative $391. I think where I took my big hits this month, of course, was the unexpected ticket fine that had to be paid and the glasses. Those ones, had I stuck to my guns here, wouldn't have had that, because I literally went in there with the expectation. I said it to my daughter, I am paying nothing. Everything is covered. My eye exam is covered. My lenses are going to be covered. I am paying nothing. I am not buying frames. And I let her talk me into I came out with not just my regular glasses because I wasn't buying frames. She talked me into buying reading glasses frames, like that I hardly really use. I just should have stuck to my guns, and that wouldn't have been there. And I would have fared out a lot better in the end. So yeah, I guess there's a lesson in there somewhere. Stick to your guns. When you plan and when you budget for something, stick to it, because I did that and had all intentions of doing that with these glasses, and I didn't stick to it. So I'm going to be unstuffing from these categories today, and paying myself back. So going to start with household expenses. I am taking $10 out of here. Take the 2 5s. So that leaves household expenses now with $60. I don't have them in order, so I'm jumping around. Car maintenance, actually, because car maintenance was it was $166 for my oil change, my filters, my inspection, and so I only have $80 in this envelope, so that's what put me in the negative $86. So everything in car maintenance will be coming out. So that's $80. Self-care. That is in the other binder. Okay, so we'll do wellness because we're here in this binder. And wellness is the whole $35 will be coming out for wellness, because wellness was $34.41. So I'll be taking everything from there. Okay. And so that leaves wellness at nothing. And I will also be taking, okay, nothing more there. In my P2 binder, I will be taking miscellaneous. And I will be taking, it's $15.95 that I should be taking out of miscellaneous, and there's $15 in here. So that leaves miscellaneous empty. And then the last one for my personal is self-care. And self-care, I will be taking $20. Taking $20, and that leaves self-care with $15. Okay, and that is all of those categories. And then lastly, it will be my business binder, and pretty much everything comes out of here. So supplies, I had spent $66 on supplies. There's $50 in this envelope. I'll be taking that. Subs and fees came to $72.85, and I have $50 in this envelope. I'll be taking that. And the equipment came to $62, and I have $60 in this envelope. I will be taking that. And I think because I was actually $41 short in my business expenses, I'll be removing the $15 from miscellaneous just to help bridge that gap. So that makes me short $25 in all. So that's the way it goes. I don't expect to have a lot of business expenses for May. Actually, none at all except for my regular fees. That's all that I expect to have. I don't anticipate any purchases. So it's just how it goes. So I should have a total of $335. So we're just going to go ahead and check this and see that that's what we have. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. So this is 285, and that makes 335. So bang on. And that's it. That's all we have today, folks. I want to thank you so much for joining, for stopping by. Let me know how your spending journey is going. Are you staying on track in your categories? Are you staying on budget in your variable categories? Because that's really what gets us in the end of the day, right? It's the variable spending, right? And those unexpected things that come out of the woodwork. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.